So for our last section, yay! You guys are doing so well. I see sleepy eyes, but you can hang in there just a little bit longer. Luckily, this is kind of an active thing, so we're all going to exercise. So Jackie's going to come lead us in burpees. No, I'm kidding. No. And that concludes our training. I'm just kidding. Okay, so those of you who this is not your first year at camp, you have done the personality profile indicator before. Y'all remember the colors? I emailed you about this. Okay, who of you, if you haven't done it, do it real quick. Do it real quick. If you don't have time to do it real quick, just read the descriptions of the colors and figure out which one you are. Real quick, just for the purpose of this exercise. Does everyone remember what color they were? Is there anybody that's like, I'm not sure?
I don't know. You're yellow. She's a blue. You're a blue.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is. It's like, remember they were shirts. Oh yeah, you weren't. That's true. Okay. So, because like Amanda was talking about, this kind of helps us as we. Hold on. I just have to make sure I'm in the right place. Yes, I am. Okay. Just knowing these things, and of course this is a super basic test. It's not like it's super in-depth, but it helps us to know what each, and understand what each other brings to the team, okay? So if we appreciate our differences, then we can be more unified, and we can in turn do more for the campers. Now, we're not going to talk about ourselves, though, in this way today. We're going to talk about our campers. But first, let's run through the colors. So yellow, those are called the promoters. And the people who are yellow are all about relationships and fun. They're really charismatic. They tend to be energetic. They make decisions. With the heart. They are relationship-oriented rather than task-oriented. They like to be out of their seats, and they like to think out of the box. The yellows make up 14% of the population. 65% of them are female, 35% male. If an example from the Bible of a yellow is Peter. Remember when Peter just got out of the boat and started walking on the water? They just do without. They just want to do the next thing. Okay. So at camp, if you're a yellow at camp, you need to remember to use your watch, to look at the time, pay attention to the schedule, bring a watch. You won't have your phone. You need to remember, if you're yellow, you need to remember to keep the room tidy because you might have other color types in your room. You might be driving them a little nuts with your mess. And your camper might be a different color. And you might be bothering them with your mess. And leave your pranks at home. There are no pranks at camp. None. Do your pranks on your own time. All right. Will our yellows please stand? Well, yeah, 65% of them are female, though, Chris, so that's... You're not... But, I mean, half of our team isn't here, too. There are other male yellows. Yeah. You're not a yellow. You change color every year. He's, you're like yellow and green. He's like yellow and green, like that. Okay. Okay, so our blues, the blues are the planners. They are dependable, they have integrity, they keep their word, they like schedules and order, and they are task-oriented. Blues make up 38% of the population. 60% of them are male, 40% female. An example from the Bible would be Luke. So for our blues at camp, you need to leave perfectionism at home. You need to pray for Linda. And remember that relationships trump tasks. So our blues, would you please stand? A lot of blues. Wow, look at those blues. Good to know. All right, thank you, blues. Have a seat. Okay. Our reds. Reds are the producers. They get the job done. They are leaders who get results. Reds are logic-based and decisive. They are task-oriented. They make up 11% of the population. 60% of them are male, 40% female. An example from the Bible would be Paul. At camp, reds need to focus on relationship with the camper as the accomplishment rather than trying to get everything done. And remember, process, not product. Who are reds? If you're standing, raise your hand. You can stand up. I'm already standing. He's already standing. Raise your hand. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm now a red, y'all. At camp, I'm a red, so that's why I'm identifying as a red at camp. I'm a blue at home. I'm a red at camp. Yes, I am. No. About to be a red right now. I'm definitely not a green right now, which are our peacekeepers. Our peacekeepers make decisions from the heart. They think about how things affect others. They are relationship-oriented versus task. They like to help everyone, so sometimes they can become overcommitted. They make up 37% of the population. 65% are female, 35% male. An example from the Bible would be Moses. At camp, our greens need to be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You cannot always stay in the background, greens. Sometimes you got to be in the spotlight. So, would our greens please stand? Sure. There's our greens. We love our greens. They are keeping the peace. All right. So, we can also often figure out which way our campers lead in these colors, or lean, by observing them. Right? Some of the things that they say and do, we can kind of figure out what color they might be. Now, we don't want to put them in that box, but we can kind of ascertain some things, right? So, if we have this understanding, it can help us to work with a child who may be strong in a personality style that we are not. So if you're a yellow and your camper is exhibiting traits of a blue, you might get frustrated unless you understand that that's where they're coming from. Or vice versa. If you're a blue and your camper is exhibiting green traits, you might be like, oh, we just need to get things done, right? And they're over there trying to pick flowers for everybody. Like, we got to go. Like, but it would help you in understanding. Okay, so we're going to do an exercise. And I am going to, you're going to split into groups based on your color. Okay? And you are going to each group is going to get an answer sheet that looks like this. Okay? And you're going to discuss these questions and come up with answers that you're going to share with us all later. Okay? So the answer should be geared toward helping you identify a child's personality color by their behaviors, reactions, words, phrases, or demeanor, okay? It's not perfection, but like, for example, there's some questions at the top, but it says words or phrases yellows might use, and they put an example here. That's fun. Of course, kids say that all the time, but for example, a blue might say, what's next? What's on the schedule? What time are we doing that? Does that make sense? So there are examples on each of these in most cases, so it'll help prime the pump. So I need, let's see, don't move yet. We're going to put the greens over here at Katie and Jalen's table. And Sam's, yes. I'm sorry. I didn't remember if are you all green? I didn't think so. Are any of you green? That's what I thought. Okay. Y'all are going to be by Jalen over there. Okay. So greens are going to be over there. We're going to put the yellows back there by Cindy. I'm sorry, by Lori, because we don't want to ask her to move. So there, yellows by Lori. We'll put the blues right here, and we'll put the reds back by Brandon because he can't move from that spot. Okay. Would one of you from each group come and get your sheet, and then you can go? Oh, my word. There you go. Thank you. You are green. What are you? Yellow?
I got it for blue.
And you got about 15 minutes. I think we decided blue.
Did we decide blue? Who was on your team?
It was blue or green.